Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mayong Haila Sapal. Today I will going to discuss the chapter 4, which is the components of special and inclusive education. Let's start. Child find through a pre-referral process. The referral for evaluation and special education services begins by identifying students who have additional needs and who may be at risk for developmental disabilities. Meaning, before the child goes to a special education program, they will be evaluated first to see if they have difficulties learning regarding to their disabilities and needs. In this way, the students can help to their education. Let's proceed. The pre-referral process. What is pre-referral process? The pre-referral process, a child noted to have significant difficulties in relation to expected competences and developmental milestone may be referred by parents and teachers for observation and assessment. Like what I said earlier, before the child goes to special education, they will be observed or evaluated to know where the child is having a difficulty in order to find an effective teaching strategy that would work for the student. Who's the one that would observe the child? The observer of the child, these are the teachers, counselors, administrators, and psychologists. They're also known as pre-referral team. In addition, the parent is also a key member of the team. Why? Because the parent they are more familiar to their child history, academic history, family environment and development, and also the special skills and talents of the child and learning and behavioral need. They work together to determine the difficulties of the child to come up with working strategies to develop the child in their learning success. Next is pre-referral strategies. The pre-referral strategies is essential in a pre-referral intervention is the use of pre-referral strategies that are designed to provide immediate instructional and or behavior management support to a child. Yes, the pre-referral strategies, it is used to design because it can lead to reduction in the number of cases and the tendency of over-referrals that refer to special education to make a better use of time and money that could have spent on special education assessment. Therefore, the children could not waste time to be tested rather than receiving instructional and behavioral support they require. We have 6 stages of pre-referral strategies. Number 1 is initial concern regarding students' progress. Number 2 is information gathering. Number 3, information sharing and team discussion. And number 4 is discussion of possible strategies. Number 5 is implementation and monitoring of strategies. And number 6 is evaluation and decision making. Number 1 is initial concern regarding a student's progress. In here, it all starts when someone, a teacher, parent, or member of the school staff becomes concerned about the student's academic or behavioral performance. This worry can be expressed informally or formally. Like for example, in informal expression, when the child's auntie requests a help from the school because she is the one who assists or monitors the child with homework, and she recognizes that the child is having a difficulty focusing in reading and completing her homework assignment. As a result, the counselor may schedule a pre-referral team meeting. In the formal expression, after the students exhibits problem behavior, a teacher completes a school form to refer that students to the pre-referral team. Number 2 is information gathering. Information gathering can be done by a variety of ways and by a variety of different personnel. In some cases, the information may be collected by the referring teacher. In other cases, the school counselor or the member of the pre-referral team may help gather information to present to the rest of the group. So number three is information sharing and team discussion. So information sharing and team discussion, they review the information collected to date and to start discussing ideas and intervention, including type and intensity that may help the students. So number four is discussion of possible strategies. So in here, the members discuss the solutions they believe are most likely to meet the students' needs. So in other words, they discuss to come up with a recommendation for self-regulations measures to adopt. Number five is implementation and monitoring of strategies. So, in here, the plan is implemented and the student's progress is monitored. The teacher is responsible to implement and monitor the student. So, the other team may serve as a support. So, moreover, the data is collected during this stage and will be used to help the team to determine the effectiveness of the intervention. Number six is evaluation and decision making. So, the pre-referral team reconvenes to review the collected data and to determine whether the students has made progress. So, if yes, the team decides to whether the teacher needs to continue the intervention. So, if no, the team determines whether the strategy should be continued or modified, whether a new strategy should be tried, or whether the students should be referred for special education.